welcome back to my viewers who have already begun to watch my new series, and welcome to any new viewers. So, welcome to Exclusively Ray, and this is me and my family's gardening channel. So, in this video, we're just showing you kind of a little bit of everything that we have going on this summer season. So in the first frame, you saw my son harvested some cherry tomatoes on the back porch. Now we're back. We're in the backyard garden right in front of the back patio. So I'm showing you now that we have three different varieties of squash. We have zucchini. We also have cucumber plants here. And unfortunately, because my family and I are new to growing food, you're going to see signs of white powdery mildew. However, we did not know what we were up against at the time that we took this video. But I'm just kind of showing you because we were growing the cucumbers, and like I said, yellow crookneck squash, summer squash, yellow straight neck summer squash, zucchini, and then a cucumber. So these crops unfortunately will not survive this white powdery mildew. But it's all about just growing and kind of getting educated through hands-on learning, and that is of course what we're doing. So yes, this is the other side, and you'll see the new baby squash in there under the leaves. Yeah, you can kind of see them through the leaves. That's one of the yellow squashes there. So what we have learned from that powdery mildew, we replanted after we had to take up all of these crops. We washed down the equipment with peroxide, sanitized the soil in our pots, and we replanted a second batch. By the time we did that, it was later in the season, so we didn't get any of the squashes. However, there was a silver lining because we did get like 2 or 3 cucumbers. So like I said, we are a family that is new to growing food, but we don't give up that easily. So we were victorious somewhat for those crops. Now here we're growing carrots, parsnips, and I think I have 1/4 of the container dedicated to kale. Okay, now the results of this is the first go round. So this bin was not successful. So fast forward, what I had to do was replant that bin with those crops, and I had to move it to a sunny location in the yard, which fast forward, now we're in winter, I have carrots growing. Okay, so now we're back on the back porch, and these are the cherry tomatoes from the first part of this video that they're growing big and healthy. And we have tomatoes growing in 3 different locations. So we have the inside the back porch here by the door, and then we have outside the screen porch, right outside of it, another area with cherry tomatoes. And as you see coming up, we have it further on the other side of the porch. Those are the oldest tomato plants on that other side. Okay, so I'm showing you here, they have a little bit of everything growing. This is a cabbage seedling, more cherry tomatoes, All behind here we have like apple seedlings growing. Here that may have been okra, I'm not quite sure, but we try different things. So yes, those are lemon seedlings in this oblong green pot. Lemon seedlings. Okay, I have a lima bean plant growing. I was not successful with lima beans this summer, spring summer. I wasn't successful with the lima beans. They caught some kind of rust or something and they died off. And actually, that's a cucumber plant. My mistake. That's the first cucumber. That plant also died off. So, like I said, my first batch of cucumbers and squashes, they died off on me. They did not make it. And I was successful. The second planting, that was a little later in the season, excuse me. And we harvested some cucumbers, which we were so proud, guys. We were so excited and proud and grateful. Okay, here, so you see, in this summer, my lettuces were like, meh, we're not doing anything. They did not survive the warm weather. Okay, I have some sage here growing. Sage did pretty good for me this growing season. And I know that tag says cilantro. I don't think that's cilantro. I think that's a broccoli plant. Yeah, I wasn't successful with any broccoli. Okay, mint, peppermint did wonderful. And this is like the start, the startings of the mint. It's a little established, but it bloomed so big after that. Okay, it says basil. My tag says basil, but I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm going to show you here. Now, the 3 herbs that I tried, I planted about 2 or 3 different plantings that would not come up for me was thyme, oregano, and rosemary. I could not do those. I was successful with parsley, sage, and basil. Got plenty, parsley, sage, and basil. And as you can see in that brown container that I'm about to show you, that's parsley. And I have 2 containers growing of parsley. Okay, and that's some of my struggling different types of lettuce. Okay, see, that's the second container there of parsley. Over to that right side, yeah, that's my struggle lettuce. Okay, and then I have some, I think there's like some okra growing. Okay, so we have some ginger, and the ginger did wonderful for me this season. I have several different buckets of the ginger, and they did excellent. They grew beautifully. Okay, now these are in those okay, I'm panning over a little bit. Yeah, that's ginger back there as well. Successful with the ginger. Okay, those 4 buckets here with the cages, those are tomatoes. And my tomatoes, these older tomatoes here, they went through some kind of disease phase. They kind of suffered, but then I continued to just water them. I did not know what to do to help them along, but I just continued to water, fertilize, and then they themselves just kicked through that disease, and they bloomed and recuperated and gave us tomatoes all the way through fall and even into winter. So, those cherry tomatoes were wonderful. Here is my struggle lettuce. Again, I think that's a butter crunch right there. And then as you can see, these are like mustard greens. They're very straggly. We're new. And that's a bit of cilantro there. Cilantro did not survive for me as well. So back to my mustard greens. I'm just growing like micro greens right now because I haven't come upon that knowledge or the ability to grow a big head of a big bunch of the greens just yet. Mustard greens. Now later on I'm growing collards, and I do way better with collards. They grow big old leaves and a big old nice plant. But my mustards, I'm off with the mustards. So we have micro mustards, mustard green harvest that we just do a little side dish. We're grateful for it, but that's an area where we need improvement. Okay, and I think that's a broccoli plant. It's struggling as well. Okay, here we have our like apples and tangerine, orange seedlings growing. A lot of the apples were killed off by spider mites. We had like, I don't know how many rounds of damage with that spider mite. That was something I never I never was able to prevent or combat with the spider mite damage. Yep, it took out a lot of those apple seedlings and orange seedlings. And these are more some kind of citrus or apple seedlings here. Okay. And my children, my younger children, they were so happy to grow these seedlings. So it was really kind of like educational for them, just to kind of see how an apple tree would grow from seed. Okay, so up here on my top level here, these are pepper plants. Yeah, these are some dead like apple seedlings, but the green plants are pepper plants. And I will say that these pepper plants came through, they bloomed summer into fall, and they even hung in there late fall, even when the weather started to like finally cool down. Well, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.